So for those who are just beginning your journey, exploring spirituality, what does it mean when you connect to the universe and how that experience is for you? So when you're exploring spirituality, for some people, this might mean like a religious construct. For some people, it might be prayer. Some people, it might be meditation. Some people, it might be the connection to nature. The universe is created up by that we cannot see, meaning we don't have the science yet to go out and prove everything. We've stopped kind of in this spot at string theory of the vibration. The CERN project is one of those things that's out there to still keep collecting science, and their findings are phenomenal. If you don't follow all of that, and you're geek out on it like I do, I suggest you do because it's amazing. One of my professors, um, it is someone who worked on that project, and it's just phenomenal. Anyway, when we begin to explore this spirituality, though, it comes from a variety of ways, right? People might be getting this from um, first syncrasies, patterns, right? And that might be how you're connecting is like the angel numbers, right? Or whatever you want to call them. But numerology, seeing repeating numbers, it could be having like knowings drop into you that you're like, I don't know where that information came from, but it's accurate. Your intuition increasing, right? All these things are signs that you're connecting because we're all a part of the same circuit, if you will. And it's like one of those glass balls when you put your hands on it and all those electrodes are shooting out everywhere and it looks like lightning and the ball and your fingertips are getting connected. That's how we all are. That's what it is. And we're all connected. Even the person you just can't stand, and they're like on the lowest on the list for you of like people who matter in life. And the for whatever reason, you just fighting with them. You're still connected to them because that's the oneness. And the oneness means that we all come from a source, the same source. And because we all come from the same source, whether we like it or not, there's a connection. A good way to understand this as well is the family, the physical family bond. When people, even parents who have been inadequate, meaning they did not give the child what they needed to adequately thrive. And, it might have been they were abusive. It might have been they abandoned them, right? It might have been all kinds of things. That child can't break that connection with the parents. They still love them. They still have this weird, unexplainable connection that's just wildly intense that no matter how much that parent causes harm to them, they will continue to come back. They will continue to love them. And they will get so distraught because they don't want to, and they still do. And it's just an amazing connection that even though you're completely different, say that was your childhood, and as an adult, you end up having your own children and you dote on them and you love them and they never go without. You still have that connection with your parent, but you aren't your parent. You're a unique, independent individual. And being that independent, unique being, you have free will and the choice to follow their pattern they taught you or break free from it. And so when we're looking at the beginning of exploring spirituality and how we connect and what that means in the universe, that's what it's like. And as you continue to connect, more is open and more is there to explore to strengthen that connection and expand it even more. And when you get fully connected, There's different beliefs, and I'll kind of run through them. I try not to tell people my actual beliefs on things because I want you to come to your own conclusion based off of what you believe to be the truth. So, in some constructs, the connection means you go to heaven. In other constructs, you merge with source, or maybe you become one with the planet Earth, right? There's a lot of different beliefs. You come up with what you believe. Because there's even some that say you just regurgitate and do it again, right? Incarnation. Uh, I don't, I, I think that based on your beliefs, none of them are wrong. You will find out the truth on your own journey as you're going through it. I have my truth, and when I look at what it means to connect to the universe to me, it means knowing I'm going to achieve the ascension that I desire. And I've had a couple um, near death experiences, so I've seen it. So it's kind of like cheating. I already know what is going to go down and what it's like. Uh, and like regardless of your belief, they all are like you can look at them and be like they're the same. And if you disagree with me, bring it. But they are all the same. A good easy example is people say when you die, go to the light, the yellow gates, the gold, like all these things. That is what it's like, and they're all metaphors for what is going to happen. And so when I look at this, oh, excuse me, what it means to connect to the universe is your peace and your knowing and your joy and your bliss. You will understand how everything moves, everything vibrates, the energy it has, what its purpose is. You can hear the plants speak to you. You can communicate with the animals, and it can be noisy. Uh, when uh my plants are thirsty, it's real loud. I have a lot of plants. I one summer it was really hot and I was watering as much as I could, but the sun was actually like burning the fields. And it was painful hearing all of them be like complaining and needing like shade and water and I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta take care of all these plants. So it can be really noisy, right? But you learn to calm it and to navigate it, and it becomes so beautiful and harmonious. Like I said in other talks I've had, it's an orchestra of different vibrations and feelings and sounds and experiences, and it's beautiful. I love the orchestra and the opera, and that's what it's like to me. It's just beautiful and makes the most gorgeous gift of all. So that's what it means to connect with the universe. You have a piece of knowing. You don't have any questions anymore. And the constraints of society drop away. You don't worry anymore about what you look like, who you are, is your house bigger, cleaner, bougier, right? What kind of car you drive, what's your career, your title, what labels, that matters. It really doesn't. And it's funny. You kind of just start laughing at people with all of that. And you realize they're stuck, and it's okay. It's not a race. It's just a journey. It's what life is. When you connect to the universe, it just kind of melts away and you see reality. The facade is gone. And um, it just puts you in such a peaceful state. And it's actually very easy to step away from society after that. That noise, because I'm not going to say like my life is rainbows and butterflies, right? That's just not. I live in reality, um, and most of the time, and my own reality, but it's not all rainbows and butterflies. And I get in. I have contracts. I have a job, and I have all these different things and customers and clients and employees, and I have a lot that is around me. And sometimes, especially when we get newer clients that might have come to us without the same beliefs we have, um, they're onboarding them is a little more challenging because they're very combative because they're not happy and they don't understand how life works and the harmony and beauty that exists. They don't have enough self-awareness to realize the impact they're having in the way that they're communicating to others. And sometimes we don't have the opportunity to teach everyone because they're not willing to learn. And instead of judging them, just kind of laugh inside to yourself, knowing what's going on, the understanding of where they're at. And then you bring back peace and patience and go, okay, I hear you. So you're saying this. I was trying to get to this. So there's a disconnect. And I'd like to have a few minutes to bridge that so we can move forward. I want to make sure we're getting what you want, what the desire is for you, right? So if you're not connected to the universe, you can't have those kind of conversations. So when you're connected, you'll be able to and truly be able to set all that other stuff aside, realizing that's the human experience. It's not coming from the universe and your soul. Hopefully that helps. But it's a journey. It's a journey. Stop comparing to other people. When you begin to explore spirituality, you do it when you're ready to, when you want to, when you're willing to. That's the hardest part, is the willingness. People want it, but they're not willing to put in the work. And it is work because you're not programmed for it. Your soul wants it. It's starving for it. But you have to overcome your mind and the comparison, comparing to others. I get people who are already like telepathic, but that's it. That's all they have. They want to explore other things. And sometimes they'll get frustrated because I take them all the way back to foundations and they're not experiencing this moment every moment. Because you don't just like as a child, you don't just come out of the womb running. You have to learn to control your body. You have to learn to wiggle, roll, crawl, stumble, walk, right? All these things before you can get to running. Spirituality is the same thing. Connecting to the universe is the same. You have to have that solid foundation so you don't make, well, just to be able to do it. I was gonna say make mistakes, but the reality is it's like just to be able to connect with the universe in a very broad sense, you have to have the foundation. So then all those other pathways open up for you, or you're willing to cognize them when they do come and not reject them, which is another thing that happens a lot. So, yeah, I guess I had a lot to say about that. Enjoy your journey.